Well, hello there, and thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to be discussing how to create, edit, and publish a post on your new website that you've had created at basiccustomwebsite.com. So we're going to go over here to our sidebar. Now I've already logged in to my website, and of course I'm now on my dashboard. All of our websites will come with a dashboard. So as soon as you've logged in, you will generally see this screen here. And there's two ways you can go into or create a post. You can hit New Post or Edit Post. So just for argument's sake, we're going to go ahead and come over here to the sidebar. And let's just go ahead and take a peek at what these posts actually look like. Now, a post could be an article or blog or just an ordinary post. They're all the same. They've just used the same terminology. So when you hear the word article, it's actually a post. And if you hear the word blog, it's a post as well. All right. So as you can see here, it shows the author of these posts, which remember are also articles. And we actually have, since this is a relatively new design, we only have just a few posts listed. Some of our websites have thousands of posts. All right, so let's go ahead and create one. All right, so we're going to add a new post here. And the very first thing you're going to want to do is call this something. So let's go ahead and call this test post 1 for basic custom website.com. Okay. Now notice that when I actually come down here and I click, this appears. Now this is your title. This is your actual web link to your post. Now pay close attention. If I change this, okay, and I want to call it just post, and I do not want to call it test post anymore, okay? Notice that this link does not change. Now, in order to remain SEO compliant so that your website will eventually be on page 1 of Google, Bing, or Yahoo one day, you want to make sure that this matches this, okay? Now, we want to keep this same format going. So what you'll want to do is, just like this, in all lowercase, separate the words with a hyphen, okay? So follow this same format. Do not, and I repeat, do not have a blank space in there. Your page will not show up on your website and nobody will be able to find it, okay? So you'll have to make sure there's a dash, all right? Now, this section here is all of your goodies for actually creating your new style of your post. Notice that when we hit font family, we actually have some of the fonts on here. Now, your default font on the theme or the website that was developed will actually render itself, so you do not have to choose one unless you want to. But you can feel free to do so if you want to get creative. Okay? One of our other videos will actually go over what all of these mean and actually highlight on actually how to put a picture or a video into your post, okay, or a page for that matter. So for this video, we're just going to create some text here. Alright, and we're just going to put a couple of dashes, and that's going to be my new post. Okay, now in the author section, depending on your website design, if it's one of our free sites, it will probably not have this author section. And of course, if it's one of our custom sites, you could actually have this, or it could be an actual field area where you actually put in the name of the author. Okay, depending on the site that we've created for you, we'll have different options available for the author. If it's a field area, just put in the name. Make sure you'll put in the same name each and every time you use it. Now, all of our sites, regardless if it's one of our fully custom sites that we've built from scratch or one of our free sites, will come with our social networks auto poster. Okay. Now, this will already be configured and set up, so for the most part, you'll just need to leave this alone, but you'll need to make sure that this is, you're checked here. So let's say I had Google, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Blogger, and Tumblr all set up, but I only wanted to post to these two. Well, I just need to make sure that I only select those social medias that I want to post to. So if there's one that you don't want to post that we've already got set up, just uncheck it. Okay. Now this next section is the most critical. Okay. In order to gain in your ranking with the search engines, you need to make sure that this section is filled out properly. So your title, you'll just copy and paste your title in here. And for those who don't know how to copy and paste, all you do is you highlight it, and you can right click, you can copy, and you can come down here, and you can right click your mouse and put the word paste. Okay? Now I'm using a Mac, but you can also use this same technique with Windows. Okay? Now you'll notice that since I've copied and pasted, there's no character showing. All I've got to do is hit the space bar, and now I've got characters showing. Now pay close attention to these characters. You do not want to exceed 60 characters for the title and 160 characters for the description. Now for those of you that don't know what a character is, every space, every letter, every number, every dot makes up a character. So as you can see, I'm going to put 2 more dots. That's 2 more characters. Okay. Now, in order to ultimately be on page 1 of Google or any other search engine one of these days, you need to make sure that these 3 fields actually relate to each other. That is how the search engines actually rank, or one of the ways they rank you. So when they look at websites, they want to make sure that your title and your description and your keywords are all related to each other. If they're not, your page is not going to get ranked very highly. Okay, matter of fact, it should be at the very bottom of the web pages in general. Okay, so they need to all be related. So what I always do is I pick out words within my description and title, and I go ahead and just put them here. You'll notice that I'm just picking words at random, but the more words you can put in here that relate to these two, the better. And this is known as your keywords. Now, you'll separate each one with a comma. Do not put a space like this. You want to have them jam-packed against each other. So you'll put the word, comma, another word, comma. Do not end with the comma. Just leave it just like this. Okay? Make sure, I cannot stress this enough, that all 3 fields relate to each other. Alright? Now, again, on the description, you do not want to exceed 160 characters. So do not copy and paste your entire article or post into this area. Okay, if you exceed these maximum numbers here, again, your page will not be ranked very highly. Okay, now the next section will be available on those websites that actually have a Pinterest account. So if you have a Pinterest account, you will have this available to you. We want to make sure that our clients have every possible thing available for them. So again, you can copy and paste your description. This is the only field. So if you have this window here, the only field you'll need is right here. Okay, and then you'll make sure this remains checked, which should be default if you have this already here. The very next thing you'll need to do is just pick a category. Now this is extremely important. If you don't pick a category, people cannot find this article. Okay, so you'll need to tell people what this is related to in your categories. All right, so this is obviously web development and possibly website design. So I've chosen those two categories. Now I'm ready to actually publish it. All right, so I hit the word publish. And when it loads in here, it will actually be published and on the website live. And I'll show you what the page looks like. So we're going to come over here. Now this will be your website actually listed, and you can look at one of our other videos, how to log in and intro to dashboard, and we go over some of this in that video. Alright, so this is our page here, and as we scroll down, you will see post 1 for basic custom website. That is the article that we just wrote, and here it is. Alright, well, I want to thank you for watching, and if you have not yet signed up for one of our free websites, please check out basiccustomwebsite.com and see if one of our websites will fit your actual business. Alright, and thanks again for watching. Be sure to check out our other website at countrysmart.net and check out our other training videos as well as our other videos listed on YouTube. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.